So nice evening for baseball, ready for a fun time. You got the Spiral Cave Bunnies, you got the Adirondack Mechanic 5's. On the mound, you got Late Biff for the Bunnies. On the mound for the Mechanic 5's, you got Lenifus. And you just noted that much of the lineup for the Mechanic 5's were similar to when the last time you were here, which was the last time the Spiral Cave Bunnies actually won the game.
Yeah, clearly this is our chance.
Here's the chance with you in the booth. Night Shifter. Things get things going. Pops it up. Going towards Snow Bear, though, for the first out. Moonrise and Phoenix batting second, and will follow the first pitch away.
See Lenifus pitching to a 2.42 ERA so far.
Yeah, the pitching is done pretty well for the Adirondack Mechanic 5's. Doesn't get Moonrise and Phoenix fooled with those two pitches outside, though. That just nearly grazed the plate. Moon hits this, this is gone.
Wow, just inside the line, but that is far out of here for the Bunnies' first run on the board.
How to get Moonrise and Phoenix hitting? Move them to number 2 and they'll hit one out of the park. BBQ pops this up. This is playable for Yarn Dragon Teresi, who is underneath it for out number 2. And now here's you, leading the league with 7 home runs.
Can I make it 8?
Just barely graces the edge of the plate. Strike 1. 1 and 2, 2 away. Rounder playable for Silly Person, who goes to first for the out. Side retired.
It's really looking for a pitch to hit there. A little bit of patience, but that Silly Person right there to snag it.
Yeah, that was not a bad hit. It was just unfortunate that Silly Person was playing close to the line. So we go to the bottom of the first, and all they were able to do is piece together the one hit, but maybe this will inspire them to hit some more coming up here in the second inning.
Yeah, it was a homer. Late gets to pitch with a lead here.
Late Bit awaits to pitch to Snow Bear. 3 home runs on the season. Hit sharply down the line, down the middle for a base hit. So Snow Bear's on with a liner towards center. Yarn Dragon Tracy, now 297 hitter. Looks at a couple of pitches that hit the strike zone and rounder over and gets the 3 unassisted, but I think they were trying to get over to second, but enough time for Snow Bear to retreat. At least just keep the force play open.
That is true. Double play gets you out of the inning real quickly here. See what they can do against Aldog.
Aldog, grounder. Gets it through the gap for the base hit, though, so 2 on for Silly Person.
It's okay, we just want more options for the double play.
So that's what you call it.
Yeah.
Pops this up. This should be playable for Coconut Ed, who makes the second out. Tagging. And I'm kind of surprised that there wasn't a play to first on that. Snow Bear goes to third, though. Banjo Dave, 7 RBIs in the last game.
Did pretty well there. And 6 homers on the season now, hitting a massive 542.
That's incredible at this stage in the season. Pops this up. This should stay in the yard. And is playable for Coconut Ed, who makes the catch. Side retired. They get 2 hits, but they leave them stranded. End of the first. Bunnies lead 1-0 on the Bun.
That was a pretty quickly moving inning. Pretty quick, like fast hits in there. Guys swinging early in counts. So glad that Leipzig was able to escape that unscathed.
None back on the mound as we start at the top of the second. Sharply driven to Shock Ninja in the perfect spot for the out. Z-Man pops this up into foul territory, but beyond the reach of Panzer Dave. Outside, ball 1. Hits the edge there for 1 and 2. Z-Man awaits and swings at this, goes through the middle for a base hit. So Z-Man is on to break a 0 for slump. And here's Coconut, had a home run last in the first game.
And now we get to split the infielder. That's a pretty good hit.
Coconut Ed, that's back-to-back base hits. And that's remarkable because that's something that the Bunnies have been struggling with in the first game.
Yeah, and oddly enough, I think that was hit so hard that Z-Man was not going to have a chance of making it to third on that one. But first and second with 1 out.
Angel of Sin hits this well, but going foul.
Home run distance, but just got to get a little more fair.
That's down through the middle, and that's a base hit to load the bases. What's this back-to-back-to-back hits we've got going on here, Smile?
It's different, that's for sure.
1 away, late bit. Now at the plate, ready to help his own cause. Rounder. And... oh, it's safe just in time! So Z-Man scores, Angel of Sin to second. It's a fielder's choice for late bit, but it does score a run.
Makes it 2-0 Bunnies.
That was
get 1 run per inning.
That was just barely safe there for Night Shifter. Grounder right to first, and that's going to do it for the inning. But 1 run right there, Smile fires.
1 run, 3 hits. Can you believe it?
And 2 left on base. It's 2-0 Spiral Cape Bunnies.
This is different. I like it.
We get the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up here for the Adirondack Mechanic 5, starting off with the captain, 344 hitter. Captain swinging at a pitch in the dirt. Doesn't get fooled by that one, though. In there for strike 2, 1 and 2. And that goes foul. We'll do the 1-2 again. That's going to go for a base hit. So Captain's on with a single. Just right where the defense wasn't. Tramp Royal, this goes deep. It's out of here.
Huge hit for Tramp Royale. Ties the game with still nobody out in the bottom of the second.
So tie score now in the bottom of the second. Shock Ninja is up. Shock pops this up. Playable for Moonrisen Phoenix for the first out. And here's Leno. Leno swings at a pitch right on the chalk.
It was pretty far inside.
Looks at a strike over the plate. The rounder, scooped up by BBQ, fires to first. That's out number 2. 6-3 in the putout. Here's No Bear. Rounder, picked up by Night Shifter, throws to first, but not in time.
Oh, that was just slow enough, and maybe Night Shifter didn't quite have enough mustard on that throw to get it there.
So Yarn Dragon Tracy up to continue the bottom second. I think you can see how Late Bit felt about that. Yarn Dragon Tracy pops this up. Coconut Ed underneath it for out number 3, but not before Tramp Royal ties things up. It is 2-2 at third 2 as we get ready to head to the third. Strong piece of hitting, one left on base. Turning out to be a solid game so far.
Yeah, the 2-run homer, the big hit in this one so far, but only ties the game, so we got a new ball game in the third.
And to call this new ball game, here's Smilefires to take us through the third inning.
Alright, Lenif is back to the hill. He'll get Moonrisen, BBQ, and myself. Let's see if somebody gets on. We can keep the line moving for the Bunnies. Swinging a fly ball for Moonrisen. Out to left. Yarn Dragon Tracy steadies under that, and that's one away. Here's BBQ. BBQ swings early as well. This one's got some distance, and the yard's not going to hold that. BBQ with a home run to left. And that gets the Bunnies back in front. It's 3-2 with that solo shot from BBQ.
And that's going to be enough to chase Lenofist from the game.
Lenifis allows the 3 runs in 2 1/3. Yeah, really. I'm looking at the wrong sheet. Sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah, really just like there's 2 homers in there, but the little hits don't help either. Staying in the game. So over to Kiki. He comes into this game with 1 out in the top of the third, and up to bat is me.
What kind of pitch are you looking for?
I think I'm looking inside again. It didn't go so well for me last time, but I think I'm just gonna try and be patient. And that first pitch is inside, and it's hit out to Shock Ninja, who gets it over to Silly Person for out number 2. Easy play for a Shock there. Sigil hits a high fly ball out to center field. Snowbear is over to grab it, and that is going to be out number 3. But BBQ's solo home run. Bunnies continue ahead into the lead, 3-2 now.
Yeah, now you got to deal with the heart of the lineup for the Adirondack Mechanic 5, starting off with All Dog.
It was 1 run and 1 hit, nobody left. And bottom of the third, as you said, with All Dog. All Dog hitting .394 with 6 homers. Doing pretty well hitting and catching. The first pitch is getting tight to him. The ball. Alright. Swinging a fly ball out to left center. Moonrisen is in to get that for out number 1. Here's Silly Person. Silly swings and lines it to Z-Man. Nice snag by Z-Man to get that.
Yeah, good L4.
First pitch to Dave, he gets a piece of it and fouls it off for strike one. And the 0-1. It's inside. Count levels 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Angel of Sin steadies under this one and squeeze it for out number 3.
Not too many 1-2-3 innings to speak of in the first game. That was a solid effort right there. As dealing with the heart of the lineup's not easy.
Yeah, especially making that your 1-2-3 inning. Good showing. And now we head to the top of the 4th with Kiki dealing to Z-Man. Z-Man swings, and that's a fair ball down the line. Goes all the way to the wall. Dave is running over to get that one, and Z-Man is cruising into second.
I'm actually surprised they called that fair, but it must have just hit the chalk in order to be a fair ball.
Alright, so runner in scoring position already for the Bunnies. And here steps in Coconut Ed.
Just waiting for the replay to come to be available. Anytime. It was a rocket of a shot there by Z-Man.
Yeah, this ball is absolutely laced.
Yeah, and it just caught the line, so fair ball, yeah.
Silly playing a bit over to the side. Not able to get that on the dive either. So here's Coconut Ed, who just collected his first home run of the season. And there's a fly ball making its way toward the outfield. That is actually going to drop in front of Yarn Dragon Tracy. And so, but Z-Man not able to go anywhere on that, so we'll have runners at first and second now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Z-Man. Z-Man had to play as if that was going to get caught because you didn't want to get doubled up at second base, so didn't want to try going to third where you could get thrown out, so just go right back to second and get there in time.
Yeah, especially when the play is on the left side of the field. And here's Angel of Sin. Slow bouncer. And they're going to go to second with it. Out is the call at second and safe at first. So, fielder's choice.
Yeah, didn't have the play at third, but did have the play at second.
And Late Bit pops this one up to Shock Ninja, who will grab that. Back to the top of the order for Night Shifter, who fouls this way right. So, long strike one. Runners on the corners now with 2 out. And here's a liner where nobody is. That's going to go to the wall as well. Dave's got to go pick it up. 1 run is in to score. And otherwise, runners move up. It's runners on the corners again.
Yeah, it was actually pretty interesting how that went. Because taking a look at the replay, and well, eventually we'll get to the replay. One of these days, my replay will actually be on the batter that was just up to bat. We could blame the producer on this one, Smile.
Is it replay or is it replay?
Replay.
Here you go.
Yeah, I thought this part was interesting. It's like Panzer Dave just misjudged the ball. And that's... I think really that's the only thing that did was caused Angel of Sin to go from first to third as opposed to just going from first to second.
Yeah, and that's after having to dodge the ball, too. Anyway, here's Moonrisen, who hits us on the left side. Tramp Royale dives to get that one and tosses it to second for the force out, the third out. And That is going to do it for the inning, but 3 hits in the inning, and another run comes around to score. So continuing on the trend of scoring 1 run an inning.
You called it early in this game, Smile.
That's right.
Right at the very beginning of the game, you called it. It was going to be 1 run every inning. If you're good at predicting these things, I gotta ask you for some numbers later on.
Alright. Well, here we go to the bottom of the 4th. Late Bit steps back in after a little bit of time off, pitching to Captain. Captain, it's a fly ball out to center. I gotta go get this, and I got it. Now to Tramp Royale.
Well,
So strike 1 on the outside corner.
tied things up with a 2-run home run last time up.
And then a ball further outside. And a bouncer that's it's going to trickle out to Z-Man, and then Tramp Royale's going to be safe at first after that. Here's a pop-up, and Z-Man's going to get this one, drifting out from the infield. So Shock Ninja out, and now Kiki hitting with 2 outs. Swinging a slow tapper. BBQ gets it, safe at second, safe at first. So, alright. Kiki manufacturing a base runner here. First and second now. So we flip the lineup over, and Snow Bear is facing 0-2. Hit out to left, diving BBQ, not able to get it, and that is going to load the bases now.
Third hit of the game for Snow Bear.
Yeah, wow. All 3 singles as well. So over to Yarn Dragon Tracy, who hits this a ton. Nobody is getting that. That is a grand slam. That is going to turn this game right around as the Mechanic 5's now lead 6-4. Alright, we got a new biggest hit in this one. Aldog bats with the bases clear. Aldog also hits this quite high, but Lunarism's got room for that one.
Yeah, that grand slam was huge.
So, that is out number 3, but there were 4 hits in the inning, the biggest one being that grand slam from Yarn Dragon Tracy. Nobody was left, and we head to the top of the 5th.
I mean, there's no worries here for the Spiral K Bunnies. If you keep scoring that run per inning, you'll be fine. Right?
Yeah, I mean, you do have to make sure you don't give up more runs than there are innings in that case, but...
We'll see how that goes. Zelga, thank you for the raid.
Returns to the mound. Zelga, thank you for the raid.
Thank you. Yeah, Kiki back up on the mound here. Now with the lead. As we head to the top of the 5th. BBQ hit a home run last time up. Can BBQ do the same thing?
Second of the season, I guess, depending on how it counts, right?
Yeah, there was the one in the first half of the season, and now there's this one here in the second half of the season.
What can you do here?
Around to the Tramp, who fires to first for the first out, so 5-3 put out for BBQ. You're not going yard with that one.
Yeah, in fact, I'm fouling out, apparently.
And here is Sigil. Sigil hits that well, but it's going to go foul. The 0-1 inside for strike 2. Comfortable day for baseball, Smile.
That's right. Absolutely beautiful weather once again.
Pop.
After a lot of rain, but you know.
Yeah, a whole bunch of rain that caused a whole bunch of delays, and I think the mound was not really a mound after all that rain fell.
Hey, would you believe it? That was another 1-2-3 inning.
Yes, it was. It was the first time that the Spiral Cape Bunnies did not score in an inning, so no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We have reached the end, or the middle of the 5th, 6-4 in favor of the Adirondack Mechanic 5's, who have just been crushing the second half of the season.
End of note, Late Bit's day is done. It's over to the Titan.
It's a silly person to pop up. So here's Panzer Dave. Dave, down the right field line. That's going to be an extra base hit. Actually, yeah, that'll be an extra base hit. Coconut Ed picks that up, fires over to second.
All right, runner in scoring position once again. 1 out.
I catch up on my paperwork over here.
Titan coming into this game with a 4.78 ERA.
Now has to deal with Captain with a runner on second. Captain pops this up. This is going to get over the head. This will be a base hit. So Captain gets a single, advances to second on the throw. Nice work there to keep things at bay with Tramperell getting out. And they're going to get out of the inning without surrendering a run, which is amazing given how the situation was setting up.
Yeah, great play by the Titan to finish that off. I think pitcher fielding gets underappreciated sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Pitchers got some skills when they have to grab a comebacker like that. Z-Man's had 2 hits today. A single and a double.
And came around to score on both as well. Let's do it again.
Pops this up. Shock's going to be underneath it, so that ends that streak. Coconut's hit 2 singles. And this is going to bounce for a single. Just beyond the reach of Tracy.
Quite a long single.
You take him however you can. Angel of Sin looking at an 0-2 now. And that will find the hole.
Trying for the 9-3. Save it first. Titan shows bunt. Take strike 1.
Sometimes 9-3 can be a life goal. Second baseman gets in the way of that throw. So Angel of Sin is out. Coconut Ed goes to third. So first and third, 2 away.
Up to Night Shifter.
And an RBI single last time up. Kiki's getting exhausted having pitched both games of the doubleheader. Yeah, that is going to be a base hit to score a run beyond Panzer Dave. So rounding second, heading to third will be Late Bit. And it's going to be second and third as Night Shifter advances to second on the throw. That's going to do it. As we'll go to the bullpen.
I mean, I think we'd be allowed to call it a double. It went to the wall, and I think Night Shifter was going regardless. But, yeah. Gonna do it for Kiki, and in comes Mike as a fighter.
If I have the ability to call it, I think I would do that. I'll call it a double. I will put a 2B on my score sheet.
I mean, that's really the question.
Well played, Smile. Second base, third base, 2 outs. Crushed here by Moon. Does it have the distance? No. It is going to be caught by Snow at the warning track.
Oh, man.
That would have flipped this game over. But they do get 1 back, so it's 6-5. They're making the comeback.
Yeah, got the 1 run again, 3 hits in the inning, 2 left on base. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. Mechanic 5's up by 1, 6-5.
And they're going to have the heart of the lineup coming up here in the top of the 7th, so who knows?
Mechanic 5's get to deal with the pitcher spot up first, though.
Yep, Mike is a fighter.
Just entered the game, gonna hit for himself.
Swung on a miss, strike 2. Rounder, and this is going to beat the throw, so Mike's on with a single. Now this will get hit sharply well going back to the wall, so this will send the runners to second and third. Nobody out. Eventually they'll get to home plate.
This is not the way Titan was probably looking for this inning to start.
Gets a 3 unassisted to help.
That is a sorely needed quick out.
Oh yeah. Especially from a player who had hit a grand slam home run there last time up.
Now here's Aldog, who is twice in a row flown out to left field.
That will score a run. And this gets popped up into the air. Surprised they didn't throw home or throw to first base trying to get the runner who is well off.
Yeah, boy, Coconut Ed had a long way to go for that one as well.
So All Dog on first. It is Snow Bear on third. Panzer Dave, who's done some damage this doubleheader. With 2 outs. And this is damage too.
Well, it's not a 10 RBI game, but it's a 10 RBI day. Yeah, for Panzer Dave.
That clears the bases. 10-5 now. And now Captain. This is going deep into the air. Down the left field line. Yeah, right underneath it is Moonrise Phoenix. Right at the warning track. To make the catch. Well,
always had it, never didn't have it.
That had a chance. But 4 runs in the inning. It's 10-5 in favor of the Adirondack Mechanic 5's. How many hits were there? 4 hits, right?
1, 2, yep, 4 hits. So it gets to be a taller order now for the Bunnies to come back from it. They got 9 outs to do it.
And they've got the heart of the lineup starting here with bbq.gov. Hit that home run earlier and really could love to see BBQ send another one over the wall. It's your turn to call, Smile Fires.
That's right, BBQ stands in. And the first pitch, BBQ hits this a ton out to left, and that one is gone. So there's the first run back already. BBQ with a solo shot to left, and now it's 10-6. 2-homer game for bbq.gov. I am 0 for the game, and I continue that by grounding out to first. Here's Sigil. Fouls this one off.
You just like hitting it to silly person.
Apparently. The 0-1 is inside for ball 1.
You just wanted to thank silly person for all those gifted subs.
Exactly. Sigil looks at strike 2 on the inside corner. Another foul ball, that's going to reach the seats. And another foul that the first base coach might have to jump out of the way of. And here's a grounder back to the pitcher. Over to first for the second out.
Like mechanics right there from Mike.
Z-Man finds a hole in the middle of the infield and is on with a single with 2 outs.
3 for 4 day for Z-Man.
Pretty good stuff. And then this is launched by Coconut Ed. And there we go. There's 2 more runs back. 2-run homer for Coconut Ed. He's 4 for 4.
Yes, indeed.
And, yeah, 3 singles, now the homer to make it 10-8. Here's Angel of Sin. 1-1 now with that foul ball up the first base side. Pitch is outside, 2-1 now. Swing and a high fly ball out to center, but Snow Bear is there. And has a glove on that one for the third out. But 3 runs in the inning on 3 hits. Nobody left. And we head to the bottom of the 7th. Now 10-8 game.
That's exactly what the Spiral Cave Bunnies needed to get themselves back into the game. Now they just got to need their pitching to get the bottom of the order taken care of here in this bottom half of the inning.
It's definitely a shot in the arm. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Mechanic 5's. So here's Tramp Royale. The pitch. Cued back to the pitcher. Titan scouted over to Sigil for the first out. Shock Ninja, a swing and a miss for strike 1. And this is just inside the first base line. It goes all the way to the wall. Coconut Ed is going to have to run over and pick that up. And Shock Ninja got himself a double. Now that Mike is a fighter, heading with a runner in scoring position, showing bunt. Looks at a, offered out, so strike 1. And here's the bunt, and it's caught by the Titan. So Titan contributed to both outs so far, and that is actually going to be the Titans' day done.
Yeah, I think the coach wasn't liking how little energy there was in that throw to second, because they could have doubled up Shock Ninja.
Yeah, very possible, but at least you got the catch of the bunt at the end there for out number 2. And we got Fred coming in to face the 5th time around the order for the Mechanic 5's. Snow Bear up to hit now.
Snow Bear is 4 for 4 today.
3 singles and a double. And this is hit on the infield. BBQ actually going to get that, but throw to first is late. So Snow Bear legs that out and has hit number 5. Single number 4. So first and third now for Yarn Dragon Tracy.
Yep, Yarn Dragon Tracy hit that grand slam back in the 4th inning.
Pitches a ball outside. And a 1-0. This is hit foul down the first base side. Does reach the seats. Another pitch outside, so 2-1. And then comes in with it. 3-1 now. Don't think you want to walk Tracy in this situation. And this hit on the infield, Z-Man relays it over to BBQ to force out Snow Bear. And that'll do it for Mechanic 5's in their half of the 7th.
Yeah, you've got the 2 left on base there. Would have been nice to have a 1-2-3 inning, but you got yourself through unscathed. Now here's a chance to try to take control of this game. Down 10-8. And we've got a pinch hitter start off this away 8th Smile Fires.
Yeah, we've got Bat B1 tagging in, who does have a homer on the season and is leading off here to hopefully get something started for the Bunnies.
Yeah, so Fred just came in relief for the 1 remaining out of the innings, so we'll see. They've already used 3 of their 5 pitchers.
Pitch from Mike is hit on the infield. Shotgun J gets that over to Silly Person, goes 4-3.
I think we're getting all the pitchers today. As that's going to do it for Mike is a Fighter. Now we get Ralphian to face the top of the lineup.
Alright, here we go for the 5th time through the order on the Bunnies side. Ralphian coming in with 1 out in the top of the 8th. Here's Night Shifter. First pitch. Stays outside for a ball. 1-0. And that's ball inside. 2-0 now. Night Shifter swings and hits this well to right, but that's Dave's going to be able to get a handle on that one for out number 2. Then Moonresin grounds this on the infield. Captain's got it, and over to Silly Person for the 3rd out. So there is a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 8th. Probably not what the Bunnies were looking for.
Yeah, really
by the Mechanic 5's bullpen.
Yeah, I really wanted to try to chip away at this deficit that they're currently in, but now you got Iceman on the mound. Try to keep this...
Yep.
So just going to say, try to keep things preserved here through the heart of the lineup.
Coming in here to face Aldog, who's 2 for 4 today. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Mechanic 5's.
By the way, 3, 4, 5 is what the Spiral Cave Bunnies are going to have to do up when we get to the top of the 9th.
Good stuff. First offering from Iceman. Aldog swings and fouls this down the 3rd base side. Just into the seats. the 0-1. And that's strike on the outside corner. Nothing in 2. Pitch. Hot Dog swings again, hits this on the infield. That's gonna split Night Shifter and BBQ. So Hot Dog's gonna be on at first.
They didn't want to get their jerseys dirty.
Silly person, it's a high pop-up. And I've got it in center, so Hot Dog retreats to first. It's now Dave, who hits this to Z-Man, or Z-Man's able to get it anyway, and they'll get the force at second. Another quick hit for Captain on that left side right there. So now it's going to be first and second with 2 outs. And then Tramp hits this way high up. Z-Man's calling for that. And gonna grab it for out number 3. So again, a little bit of traffic, but it is a scoreless inning for Iceman in relief.
So you did what you needed to do, and that is keep them scoreless. It was a little more stressful than it needed to be, but you've got the Adirondack Mechanic 5's where you want them. Now working on their 4th or 5th pitcher today with the heart of your lineup.
Two hits in that inning, but still 10-8 as we head to the top of the 9th, and Sprout Cave Bunny is going to have 3 outs to work with.
Yeah, and they're going to start with BBQ. BBQ with 2 home runs on the game. Could we make it 3? Inside, ball 1. Jammed him, foul. Way inside. Ralphian doesn't want to give BBQ anything good to hit.
Absolutely not.
But this is going to be a base hit that's going to go at least back to the wall. Rounding first, heading to second. Snow Bear's going to come up with it. So BBQ has put 10 bases on the board today with the 2 home runs and now a double.
Yeah, it's been great. I think Ralphian was trying to pitch away with that and it just drifted back into the zone. So BBQ able to get a clean contact on that one.
An 0-4 slump for you, Smile, but what a time for you to break out of it.
Yeah, I bounced to first my last time up. Let's not do that.
Outside, ball 1. Way inside, ball 2.
A little surprised it didn't hit me.
Hit well, and that's going to go back to the wall. Rounding third and heading on home is BBQ, and that will score a run. So, deficit now 1. If you're gonna...
I made a little move to third. I gotta keep him honest. Nobody out, though.
Sigil with an 0-4 day. Hit well. This will be a base hit. This goes back to the wall. Rounding third is Smile, and he will head on home. We are tied.
3 straight doubles. 10-10.
Z-Man up to bat. Hit well. Deep. It's gone. A 2-run shot for Z-Man. 12-10.
Wow. It was a mammoth homer, and there's still nobody out for Coconut Ed.
A rounder to Tramp Royale, fires to first. That's the first out. And that's the first time Coconut's been retired. Back to the wall. That's going to go for second.
Another wall ball for Angel of Sin.
Angel of Sin hitting pretty well today.
Third hit of the game.
So Iceman's going to hit. I mean, you only have one remaining in your bullpen, so I can understand this play here.
And after the pretty good performance we just saw in the bottom of the 8th, might want him to go back out there.
Yeah.
Finish it off.
Absolutely. So Iceman, grounder, picked up, fires to first. That's out number 2. So 5-3 put out. And here's Knight. Heading out. Foul.
Night Shifter, the 8th to hit in this inning.
As they flip this game around. And this is deep, and this is gone. Another 2-run shot.
Angel of Sin comes around to score.
It's 14-10 in favor of the Spiral Cave Bunnies.
4 doubles and 2 homers, which I guess is appropriate because you double the homers and you get the doubles.
I like the way you think. Oh, this is crushed. This is gone.
That is almost off screen, and it makes it 15-10.
BBQ started things off with a double. Pop this up. Is it playable? Yes, it is. Sean Dragon Tracy underneath it. That's the final out, but 7 on the board.
Spiral Cave Bunnies score 7 times in the top of the 9th. They send 10 to the plate.
All right, Adirondack Mechanic 5's got some work to do. Last time the Spiral Cave Bunnies won a game, you were in the booth with me, Smile.
That's right. It's been a tough streak, but let's see if we can lock it down here.
Iceman gets it into the dirt to get Shock to chase. Inside, ball 1 to Shock. Inside, ball 2. It's Shock to chase in the dirt again. And swung on a miss. Shock is retired on strikes for the first out. By the way, the only other pitcher, you know who the pitcher was who won the game this second half of the season for the Spiral Cave Bunnies when you were on call with me?
Was it Iceman?
It was Iceman.
There we go.
Ralthian pops this up. Tracking it down is Night Shifter for the second out. So here's Snow Bear. Snow Bear's been up 5 for 5 today.
Yeah, great day at the plate.
Outside, ball 1. That just catches the plate.
This man's crafty.
Down to the final out, or final strike. Pops this up. And just in time for Moon Risen Phoenix to come and get that. And that is going to do it for the game. Spiral Cave Bunnies end up coming from behind with some 9th inning magic to win this game.
Wow. And I don't want to understate, pretty athletic catch by Munoz at the end there, just holding the Mechanic 5's to yet another 1-2-3 inning in this one. Where we saw also the only strikeout of this game.
Was that the only strikeout?
That's what I have.
Wow.
So the win goes to Iceman. He's 2-2. The loss to Ralphian for 0-1. 14,000 fans holding over from game 1.
Wow, you actually got everyone to stick around for this game.
Yeah. I mean, if it's anything like the ones I've been to, we'd actually have more people for game 2. But, you know.
Solid crowd,
Okay.
solid win. The Spiral Cave Bunnies finally end the losing skid as they win this one 15-10.
Yeah, I mean, just really, we got the one big inning, and so many contributions up and down the lineup through that as well. Some stellar performances. I gotta flip my card over.
So what was the power hit of the game, brought to you by whoever sponsors it?
I'm gonna say the power hit of the game, brought to you by Extreme Wood Chips, would be Z-Man's homer in that top of the ninth.
Yeah, that was a huge hit there by Z-Man to change things around for this game. So don't consider the Spiral Cave Bunnies done just yet. They get the win, and they're going to be home for the final 4 games of the regular season, coming up here with a doubleheader tomorrow and a doubleheader on Sunday.
Extreme Wood Chips for all your unusual looking snacking needs. Try their new jalapeno flavor. But yeah, rounding out the season shortly here.
Which flavor is your favorite?
Salt and vinegar.
Okay, I was going to go with barbecue, but that one's not bad either.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for this edition of Baseball Stars here on The Bun. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you for more great Baseball Stars action tomorrow with a doubleheader. Star first pitch at 6:05. Smile Fires, thank you for joining me.
Absolutely. Pleasure to do it, Rick. And thanks for having me.
We'll catch you next time.